Hello, I'm Solo and today I will show you my Fire Knight team. Actually, I will show you two of my teams for the normal Fire Knight and for the hard Fire Knight. But you would ask me, why are you showing the Fire Knight now? This is because the fusion is on, and actually today there is event dedicated to the Fire Knight boss. So yeah, and that's why I decided to share teams I'm using with you guys. By the way, what do you think about this fusion? For me, I decided to skip her because the only place I think she will be useful is the Hydra with her like increased act speed and block buffs in the weekend. So it's a pretty good pick for the Hydra. But for me, I have so many champions and only 18 slots. So that's why I decided to skip her and to save the resources for the next one. But anyway, let's proceed to the Fire Knight itself. First of all, let's start with hard Fire Knight. Actually, as you can see, it's double the Savage. So yeah, it's a good time to spend your energy, even if you are not doing the fusion for the Fire Knight, because the Savage is still one of the best sets for your damage dealers for the arena and also for the it's useful for Hydra and Chimera. So yeah, you can use it. So let's switch on to the Fire Knight Heart, level 10. And let's, actually it's not this the team. Let's choose our team. Here is it. So this is our team. Who do we have here? We have 3 epics, 1 legendary and 1 mythical. So for me, it's quite a budget team. Like in a nutshell, it's like 3 epic champions and the 2 free champions. Yes, you would argue with me that Mikage is quite difficult to get, but I believe her fusion is up for a while, and I think most of you guys, but okay, maybe not the most of you, a lot of you guys would be able to fuse her already. So yeah, and we have a recent, not that recent, but past fusion Gnut and some epic guys. So what are the roles of these champions in our team? So Mikage here for ally attack, and Fahrakin also for the ally attack. Stag Knight for his decreased speed and decreased defense, and also actually he can do a little bit of damage because he's in a 100 crit rate for me. So build him in damage and he will wonder you that he can do a damage. Criodan, actually this guy was exactly built for the Fire Knight Heart with all his skills. So let's check him and you will understand what do I mean. I believe he's in Sylvan Watchers. Yeah, Criodan, so he's has a triple A1 with a chance of freeze. It's like perfect for the Fire Knight Heart, and also freeze on his A2 and increase speed with turn meter fill on his A3. So yeah. Other option, if you don't have Criodan, you can use this guy. I believe, where is he? No, it's in epics. Yeah, Nelder. He has also triple A1 with chance of freeze. Yeah, triple A2 with decreased defense and decreased speed with double A3. So yeah, he's also option for the Fire Knight. Okay, let's proceed to the team. Yeah, why are you guys again here? And this is our team. And of course, yes, and the Gnut here for the damage, because he's doing triple max HP, and also for his triple A1 with a chance of freeze. So we need a freeze actually to decrease turn meter of the boss. Yeah, because normal turn meter decrease doesn't work on the Fire Knight heart. So let's show you the team setup, because it's quite complicated. So let's start with the Mikage. So on the round 1, yeah, we want her to use her A2, not use A3, and then metamorph for the turn 2, and yeah, don't use any skills on her second form. For the round 2, yeah, don't use any skills on the first form. So first of all, we place weaken, then stun, and then we return back to the first form. So we are ready for the final round to beat the boss. And in final round, we only using the first form. Actually, why it's not prohibited, the metamorph? I need to prohibit. Yeah, so we use first of all A1, because our strategy, we are not that fast. So first we get the first hit from the boss. That's why we're starting with A1 for her and for rest of the guys. And then we also need to use A2 because yeah, we need to hit the shield first. Then we can use A3. Criodan, I believe, yeah, just we don't use A3 on any of the rounds, and in round 3 we're starting with A3, and the rest is on auto. For the Gnut, yeah, again, A1, round 1 we don't use A2 because we need it to for the round 2. Yeah, for the round 2 we don't use the A3 and start with A2. And yeah, in the round 3 we start with A2 first to get counterattack on us, and then we proceed on auto. For the Stag Knight, I believe, yeah, we start with A2 only once, then again A2 for the round 2, and A2 for the round 3. So quite simple. For the Fahrakin, we start with A3 and then prohibit to use it further on the first round. Second round, like this, don't use beatdown. And on the third round, again, we're starting with A1 because we need to get hit by the boss first. Then we can always beat down first. So let's check the fight. Yeah, let's save the changes. Let's check the fight. It is not the fastest team, I believe, but I already spent some time building it, and I don't see any reason like to rebuilding it just to save additional maybe like 30 seconds. Of course, I can replace, for example, Fahrakin with the Padrik and maybe squeeze in the Marius instead of one of the guys, but I just it's working, so why should you bother? You can just keep it on auto, like if you want to spend some energy, and they will be just farming no problem without the fails. So yeah, as you can see, we in the form 2, now we stun all the guys, so we are protected, and now Mikage should shift to the form 1, yeah, again, and now we are ready for the boss fight. Let's kill everyone with the guys. And yeah, as you can see, my guys in the shield set, I will show you the gear after the fight. It's quite important because we get the first hit from the boss. As you can see, we start with A1s, and we need to survive this hit. If not, if we are not wearing the shield, then he would kill someone for sure. And yeah, it should be fine from now on. We should have enough speed to make him, yeah, not to make him any turns. And then we should be able to beat him. Yeah, we got decreased defense and decreased speed. And yeah, now Gnut will start to dish out the damage. Criodan will help us with the turn meter decrease. Um, yeah, and the Gnut again reducing the turn meter. And yeah, fight should usually take around like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, depending on which device I'm using it. So on my PC, it's the fastest one, and yeah, on laptop a little bit slower. But overall, yeah, as you can see, it's like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, something. So yeah, as I said, the Stag Knight can do some damage, like around 1.4 million, and the Gnut is biggest damage dealer in our team. So yeah, 2 minutes and it's done. So let's check the gear and stats actually for the guys. Let's start with the Mikage. First of all, I would recommend to build her in Relentless, better to build her in Reflex to get the cooldowns of her A2s faster, but since I'm using her for Hydra, she needs to be built in the Relentless. Let's choose the Fire Knight. Yeah, so I have the maximum speed, and this is it, I believe, and ignore defense. So yeah, this is the stats. So 400, it's overkill for the accuracy and for the speed too, because I believe you need like a 305 something for the speed to be fine with it. Yeah, let's move on for the Gnut. Gnut is in the Merciless, but you can also build him in a Savage or Cruel sets. Oh, Lethal, sorry. And let's check his skills. Let's choose the Fire Knight. Yeah, as I said, like 305 is okay, and the 300 plus accuracy should be fine. Yeah, he has 100 crit rate, 260 crit damage, and it's enough for him, as you saw, to do the damage. Let's move on. Oh, I believe the guys are in the vault. Let's me remove them. So we need Stag Knight. We need also, where is he? Okay, let's check the Stag Knight now. He in the shield set. So you want to have at least one champion on your team in a shield set, but it to be two to make sure that they can stand against the initial hit of the boss. So let's choose the Fire Knight. Yeah. So yeah, he's a 320 speed with a 300 accuracy, and as I said, I've built him also in with some damage to speed up the waves and the boss fight a little. Yeah, my Criodan also in the shield set, and his stats are, yeah, again around 300 speed and 425 accuracy. Yeah, it's overkill for him. And Fahrakin, yeah, is in a reflex set, so this is the best option for him and for Mikage. For the speeds, he's like 270 with 300 accuracy. And yeah, he also has some damage to speed up the fight. So this was the team for the Fire Knight 10 Heart. Let me show you the team for the Fire Knight 20 and 25. Because actually, if you're like a mid-game account, you better farm these stages because it's cheaper on energy to do. Yeah, Fire Knight Heart has a better rewards, but if you don't have much energy, better to use these stages. So this is the most efficient stage, stage 20. And for here, I will use my team. Yeah, and that's why, as I said in my previous video, which you can see above, the Renegade and the Coldheart are the best, one of the best rares in the game still, because they can help you to farm the dungeons even if you're late game like me. So let's start. So this is a quite straightforward team. We have Seer, which blow off waves, and we have Renegade to reset her. So Lydia here for the decreased defense and weaken, and Gnut and Coldheart are for the damage and also to break the shield. So we will break the shield now, and yeah, and it should be fine. It's nice that the AI of the Coldheart is smart enough to understand when to use the shield and when to use her A1 and when to use her A3. And this is it. So it's like around 20 turns. Let me also show you the stage 25, and then I will show you the presets for the team and the gear. But I believe the gear on my team will be overkill for this, but at least you will have some reference to understand. Yeah, it should work the same way as on stage 20, maybe a little bit slower or around that. Okay. Yeah, we broke the shield. Now Gnut can do the damage. And yeah, also Coldheart can decrease the turn meter on a normal Fire Knight because he's yeah, can be affected by that. Don't need a freeze as for the hard Fire Knight. And what is good about the Gnut, because he has a turn meter decrease and the freeze on his A1, so he can work on both on normal Fire Knight and the hard Fire Knight. So he's like an MVP for boss. And this is it. Yeah, as you can see, this one is around like 30 turns and 1 minute or a little bit less. So let me show you the presets for the team. So round 1, Lydia starts with A2, then don't use it. Yeah, on round 2 we don't use nullification, and on round 3 we start with the nullification. For the Gnut, on round 1 we start with A2, and then use them, A2 and A3. On round 2 don't use A3, and start with A1 to break the shield, and then don't use the A2. Not it's because we wouldn't want to slow the fight down. For the Seer, we start with Karma Burn and then don't use it. On the round 2, again, we want to use Karma Burn and start with Clan Banner for the additional buffs. And for the round 3, yeah, we don't use Clan Banner, just A1 or Karma Burn when we can. For the Coldheart, we start with the A1, don't use, oh, sorry. Yeah, this is the round 1. We don't use the A2. On round 2, don't use A2 again. Start with A1. And on round 3, we don't use the A2. And then I meant A3 here. For the Renegade, we don't use anything on the round 1. On round 2, we don't use A2. On round 3, we start with A3 when we can. And for the gear, Gnut I already showed. My Lydia, I believe she was somewhere here. Yeah, she's in a random gear, and yeah, here are her stats. It's again overkill, I believe, for the speed and for the accuracy, but I use it elsewhere for the Chimera. That's why the stats are this high. So Gnut already show, and who else do we have left? Have a Seer in Merciless with these stats. And 250 speed, 300 accuracy, and increase damage as much as we can get. And we have also, let me filter by rares, include master one, this. So Renegade, yeah, I believe I use Renegade 1, so it's just HP and small speed. Don't look on the crit damage because we need it for the Phantom Shogun and it's in the random gear. And for the Coldheart, again, random gear, just enough 240 speed, 300 plus accuracy and the crit damage. So we don't need 100% crit rate because her A3 gives us additional 30% of crit rate. And this was it. Thank you for your time, guys, and see you on the next video. Please tell me which champions are you using for the Fire Knight, and are you going for the fusion or not? But meanwhile, Solo is out.